Before I demonstrate rewinding the spool on this Black&Decker string trimmer, first you have to decide if it's worth it. At almost $9, this spool isn't cheap, and this habit could get expensive fast if you get into heavy cutting. A common mistake is to put this string through these holes, but they're actually just to hold it down until you can insert it back into the cartridge. This is the auto feeder mechanism. Once the string is short enough, it will unlock the little spool and it will feed out more string. These little teeth are what fit into it. Sometimes I had a problem where the string would slip off the spool, so I decided to tie a knot. In a pinch you could do this if this is the only string you have, but you have to wind it on the spool backwards, because if you wind it on the normal way, I found for some reason, it will all feed out and get chopped up. If you do wind it backwards, you'll have to manually feed it by opening the spool and rotating it a little bit and then locking it back down. It's important to wind both strings, and remember that both strings go in the same direction, which means you wind it in the direction of the arrow. It's very important that you wind the top side first, which is the side that has the arrow printed on, not the bottom of the spool. When you wind the top slot, you'll then be able to put the string in the hole down, and it won't be in the way of the bottom slot. I feed extra string, and then the first time I run it, it gets chopped off to the right length. It's nice to have a second spool on hand. It gives you a guide as to how it's supposed to be wound, and also if you're in the middle of working and it runs out, you can just change over and not have to stop.